Yo, we in the game, talking number stakes high. Knowledge and skill, like a bird we fly. Analyzing stats, we don't just guess. Betting on the win, you know we're blessed. Just the bet slips, we keep it real. Breaking down the odds, you know the deal. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. Rolling with the punches, we look for the signs. Parlays and props, counting all the coins. Every podcast episode, we bring the heat. Strategies laid out, can't accept defeat. Tune into the wisdom, hear our call. In this betting world, we'll never fall. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. On this gambling journey, we ride the bet. With just the bet slips, you ain't seen nothing yet.
What is going on, Just BetSlips family? This is going to be a weird show tonight. We've got Mr. and Mrs. Parlay running the show, which is kind of scary for you all. But we've got a lot going on behind the scenes. We've got C Money had surgery today, so make sure you pray for him. We've got Poolside Pat having some personal issues, and then PD King is stuck at work. So you're stuck with us two tonight. But that's all right. There he is. But we'll go ahead and get into it. As always, we start with a disclaimer. So, one, we are not professional gamblers. This show is for fun and entertainment purposes only. I emphasize that. We are not professionals. We do post our stats so you can see them. Ride, fade, we do this for fun. Please gamble responsibly at your own risk. Do not gamble with more than you can afford, and only bet what you can afford to lose. What I have found easy for me is I just put a certain amount of money on my sports book for the month, and if it wins, loses, whatever, that's all I use for the month to make sure I'm staying within my budget. And then lastly, gambling can be addictive, so please seek help if you need it. You can call 1-800-GAMBLERS. A lot of people there that can talk to you and work you through it. Lastly, we are not affiliated with any or sponsored by any sports book yet. We're hoping to soon, but as of right now, we are not. But we are sponsored by Nevin Eyewear. We have been sponsored with them for a while. It's been a great partnership with them. We all now have Nevin Eyewear. I've got mine right here, which are, what are these? These are the Roscoe Jams. These are the ones I joke about call the Roscoe P. Jenkins because that's what they kind of look like. But the best part about the Nevin, and other than the fact that they're great sunglasses, is if they get damaged, lost, they'll replace them for free. If you use our code, our link, which is in the thing, or it's on X, you get 30% off one pair, or buy one get two free, and you get free shipping over 50, which either one of those deals you'll get free shipping. But check out Nevin Eyewear, which is Nevin, never odd or even, which is Nevin. We love them. Just make sure you click our links and let them know that we sent you, and get you some great sunglasses. Get ready for the summer coming up.
Link is down in the description and in the reply section. So there.
What he said. Our other sponsor is Player Profit, which is always the first bet of the day, which is our best bet of the day. And I actually need to change that because we hit yesterday and I didn't update the stat, so it's actually up 1 something. But we're gonna Player Profit is basically a sports book set up like a challenge system. So you buy a package ranging from $30 all the way up to $500 based on what bankroll you want to go for. If you use our code JTBS, regardless of which package or how many packages you buy, you get 10% off. So basically the way it works, if say you buy the $30 package, you'll get it at $27 with our code. You'll get a $1,000 bankroll to bet with. Your goal is to make 10% profit before you get to 10% losses for challenge 1. Challenge 2 is to get to 15% profit from wherever you're at after challenge 1 before getting to 10% losses. And if you're able to do that, you are considered funded, and then you can cash out 70% of all profit up to that point and going forward. There are a lot more rules, regulations, stipulations. I think that one of them is you have to make minimum 10 bets per challenge. And there's a couple other things, so I would check out their website, playerprofit.com, and watch their video and check out those rules and regulations. But if you're looking for a best bet of the day, I'm going Cavs Hornets over 237.5. So the Hornets are extremely fast-paced team, and their only hope to stay in this game is to be even more fast-paced than they usually are. Combine that with the fact that they have a horrible defense. I think this thing could get run up pretty big. 237.5, although it's bigger than some lines, I don't think it's big enough for this game. I think we're going to get something in the neighborhood of 128, 120. I think this gets in the 240s. And I got that at minus 112. So that is the best bet of the day. Go ahead and set it, forget it, and let's see if we can go back to back after hitting Luca 50 plus pro yesterday for that. And if you listen to me and bet King of the Court, we all got $41 in a free bet, which as you'll see later, I have bet on one of the parlays today. That being said, I think the only other segment we had, well, no, we have two other segments. We have Hold My Earrings, which I will turn over to Jen.
Well, thank you, sir. I am starting to dip my feet in the NBA. If you watch the show, you know I'm not an expert at this, but I follow folks who do focus on it. So today, my Hold My Earrings bet is for the Indiana-Boston game. I've got Brown for 30-plus points. He's been averaging 29.8, so he's right there. He has cleared the last two games. They are playing at home, and I think he's going to benefit from that. I think there are a lot of times playing at home can make a difference. So I've got that. And then Nesmith under 14 points. He has not scored 15 points in the last 5 games, and he hasn't even hit double digits in 3 of those. And Boston's defense has been great, so I don't see this being a huge problem. Put them together, and it's plus 220.
All right, and I think that takes me back to the 750 Club, I believe, is next. Yep, 750 Club is next. So we've had a rough month this month, as you can tell. We've missed. We haven't hit it yet. We usually hit 2 or 3 of these every month. I'm hoping today to be that day. We're going college basketball. We're taking a lot of chalk here. But I have reasons for all of it. I'll start off with Arizona minus 13.5. Arizona's pace, efficiency, and home dominance, I think it's just going to overwhelm a Cincinnati team that's not been very good. Arizona usually doesn't take their foot off the gas when they get leads. They don't scale back. They just push. They usually push, and for that reason, they cover a fair amount. Then I'm gonna go UNC minus 13.5. UNC has 2 dominant future NBA players on their roster, and Notre Dame's best shooter, who averages 17.5 points a game, is not playing today. And he'd be the only one that could keep them within this 13.5. I think with him out and UNC's strong NBA future, they're gonna run this up, and 13.5 isn't enough. Illinois minus 18.5. So Maryland is one of the worst teams. They might be the worst team in the Big Ten, and they're facing Illinois, who is one of, if not the best team in the Big Ten. They've been dominating every game in the Big Ten. I think they've only lost 1 Big Ten game this season. So I feel like 18.5, this is probably not big enough. This last one, Gonzaga's worried me just because every now and then they have trouble covering, which is why you'll see I dropped this one. This is the only one I changed. This is actually, the game is minus 29.5. I moved this all the way down to 18.5. But Gonzaga, they're facing Pepperdine. They also have pace, efficiency, depth that's going to make it impossible for a Pepperdine team to come within this. I feel like they probably cover the 29.5, but 18.5. If we got past these first 3 games, I didn't want to have to ride a 30-point game, so I felt better at 18.5. We got this at plus 768. I was able to get it boosted to plus 922, but at the very least, you're getting it just over 7.5 to 1. So hopefully this could be our first 750 Club of the month. Every time I do these college ones, I always miss by 1 leg, so we're hoping that today is not that day. We're hoping them to get the chalk to get us there. I really feel good about the first 3. We're gonna sweat that Gonzaga one, I think. Unfortunately, we don't have PD King here to sing to you all, and you don't want me to sing, so.
It's the 750 Club. We all making money at the 750.
There you go. I guess next, all we have next is the tabletop, so we'll get ready.
Ooh.
For the tabletop. Hey, look at that. We didn't do too bad considering.
No, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Well, we're starting with the Chicks picks. Trying to be conservative of time. I do have a ton of research that I've written down, but I will spare you some of that. What I will tell you, I've got the Atlanta game. I've got Morant at 8+ assists. and 30 plus pros. Alexander Walker at 3 plus 3-pointers. Put them all together for plus 190. The Toronto game, I've got DeRozan at 25 plus pra and Monk at 15 plus pra. Put them together for 126. I will tell you that from DraftKings this past weekend, I think, is when I did live bets and I got awarded a $20 free play. I have a 12 leg parlay that includes these folks that I am playing, and I'm round robining that I'm using my $20 free play from DraftKings on. So take these individually if you want to throw them into your parlays, put them together, or do a super duper one with some others and see how it rolls. So those are my Chicks picks for tonight. Thank you.
All right, let's see. Let me look at that. So Ja, I don't mind. It says he is an assist king. I can't take him for points, but I like. I haven't bet Alexander Walker in a while. I have bet him, but not in a while. DeRozan, I like DeRozan and Monk. So yeah, those both look good. We both look like we went a little more conservative. What's going on, Chris? Hopefully you were recovering. But yeah, so yeah, I like those. I think the only other tabletop, we're going kind of fast today, but it's just a short show since we're the only two on here, will be my tabletop. Which
your tabletop.
Parlay 1. This is the parlay that I have my $41 credit from the king of the court last night that I got for Luka Doncic. Hopefully you all followed me and you have a $41 bet to go with this. But once he puts it up there, we got parlay 1 is going to be Michael Porter Jr. 20 plus points. He's hit this in 11 of his last 12. He's averaging 25.7 points. Trey Murphy 3 plus 3s. 3 plus 3s for some people sound like a lot. He's hit this in 11 straight games. He has been killing it. I've been using him a lot. I've been using him different ways. Usually I use him for points, but when I saw that he's making 3 plus 3s every single night for the last month, basically, I felt like that was the safest play, especially if I'm going to use my $40 bet, free bet on this. And then lastly, Cam Spencer for 4 assists. This man has had 4 assists in 23 of his last 25 games. And the fact that I was able to get all 3 of those, which feel like safe plays to me at plus 247, felt pretty good. Then parlay 2, we're going with the unsung heroes here. These are some guys that you throw in sometimes to round out a parlay or to boost the odds a little bit. I'm featuring these guys by themselves today, and we're gonna go Bobby Portis for 12 plus points. He's hit this in 4 straight, and he's gonna need to come with it today. I think going against a tough OKC team. And then we got Colin Sexton, 10 plus points. He's hit this in 12 of his last 13, averaging 14.9 points. And then Cedric Coward. Cedric Coward, 10 plus points. He's hit this in 15 of his last 16, and he's averaging 14 points. So yeah, these are very safe, kind of like the chick picks are as well. But these are us. You're going to see that we're going to try to make them go through the hoop because the odds have not been in our favor this month. So we're just trying to put some more safe bets and not take it that big of a risk. And then as always, I throw the best bet on my tabletop as well, which is Cavs Hornets over 237 at minus 112. That will round out all the picks.
Professor, I'll jump in. I will say that my research, I had several experts who also recommended the Porter at 20 plus points. So they're part of my 12 leg parlay, as well as your Murphy 3 plus 3-pointer. So all the stuff I looked up into that, even though I'm new to it, certainly agreed with those. So I think those are great parlays.
Yeah, so and like I said, Trey Murphy, I tried. Another reason why I did parlay 2 is I tried to do some guys I don't normally bet because I noticed that you're going to see Michael Porter Jr. on my bets a lot. You're going to see Trey Murphy on my bets a lot. You're going to see Con Knibble on my bets a lot. I'm trying not to get stuck in the same players every single day. I still want to have them mixed in because there's a reason that they're my players every day. But I did want to throw in some guys that, especially this parlay 2, it's not a parlay that you would normally think of betting because, like I said, these are all guys that you fill in when you're trying to get to a certain number. But I think all of them themselves, they're usually always hitting, which is why we use them as fill-ins. And I said, well, if they're usually always hitting, why not put 3 of them together? Um, I'm trying to look. I think I had a last call, but I can't remember what it was, so I'm trying to pull it up. Did you have any other bets that you put down that you didn't put on the sheet, or that you're interested in putting out as a last call?
I will do a last call, which is not necessarily a bet, but just a reminder. If you've not taken February 9th off work, please do so. If you win on the Super Bowl bets, you're not going to want to work on the 9th. And if you lose on your Super Bowl bets, you are not going to work on the 9th. So be sure to take the 9th off. I've got some other bets, but I'm going to hold off and see if what I put out there hit. And then I'll be hoping I have some success. I'll come back with some more in a couple days. You remember your last call for tonight?
Okay, yeah. So another one that I considered for best bet was OKC minus 11.5. The Bucks have been, I don't know what to call them. They've been odd. This is a team that faced a Timberwolves team of like 3 or 4 games ago that didn't have their best player, and they got beat by like 30 by a bunch of guys that nobody would bet individually, but somehow collectively beat down this Bucks team, and that was with Giannis playing, which is kind of wild to me. Something's broken in that team, and then you've got the OKC, who is probably the best team in basketball. Minus 11.5 actually doesn't feel like it's big enough. Only because they're at the Bucks court, I think, is why it's minus 11.5. But that was my last call of the day. Again, it was almost the best bet, so I figured I'd throw that out there. And then all we have left is the records, which we'll go through pretty quickly. At least I think, yep, there we go. So we still got poolside pass, king of the units. Jen has 1 more best than she's lost, but it's still minus 4 units. And to be funny, it's more odd to be on the plus side of wins, especially for me, since it's parlays. It's almost impossible for me to do it. Yeah. And this number is not as bad as the 20 it was looking at, so I've gained some traction in the last week. But it is what it is. That's why we're playing it safe in the middle of the month, and then I'm gonna start going hard again at the end of the month. And then when football's on for playoffs, I have no choice but to go hard. But
and just a reminder that the chat, I used to do parlays too, and I got frustrated like you do. Like, you hit 95% of a parlay, but you missed 1 leg. And that was really killing me. So that's why a couple shows ago, I announced that I was starting to do the singles and encouraging folks to either use them as singles or incorporate them into the parlays or do them as a parlay. So just a reminder that if you're not hitting your parlays, do consider some singles. They're not as sexy. They don't hit as big, but if you hit more of them, you do pretty well.
And I will say, any of you who have been watching that came to us, we're hoping to have somebody that was with us before that left for a while back. I talked to him today. There's a chance that we get him this weekend at some point. So if you were waiting for his return, you might get it this weekend. It's just a little bit of a teaser I wanted to put out there. So we're hoping. So I know he's missed everybody. He's missed a show. So we're hoping we get him back this weekend. If not, very soon. But with that being said, that is all we have for you today. As always,
we got one more thing though.
Wait a minute.
Fade WVU tonight.
Got you.
Versus Arizona State. Fade them.
All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go bet on Arizona State right now. But other than that, we've always said, please send us a bet slip for us while they're on the show on our page. If you're not following us, please follow us. We will try to make sure we're posting videos every single night, even if we're not live. Our goal is to shoot live for 5 nights a week, and at least have videos out all 7 days. So please give us a follow, and we will play you out.
Yo, we in the game, talking number stakes high. Knowledge and skill, like a bird we fly. Analyzing stats, we don't just guess. Betting on the win, we're blessed. Just the bet slips, we keep it real. Breaking down the odds, the deal. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. Rolling with the punches, we look for the signs. Parlays and props, counting all the coins every podcast episode. We bring the heat, strategies laid out, can't accept defeat. Tune into the wisdom, hear our call. In this betting world, we'll never fall. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the waves. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. On this gambling journey, we ride the bet. With just the bet slips, you ain't seen nothing yet.